What's up, guys and gals, Pacific Rim fans? Here's a look at the robot spirits, Pacific Rim, Uprising, Jaeger, Gipsy, Avenger. Now, if you're not familiar with the line, the robot spirits line, it's kind of like, imagine Bandai's / Tamashii Nation's SH Figure Arts line for robots. So they've done largely Gundam, but I believe they've done some other robot properties in the Robot Spirits line. And one of the newest ones is now Pacific Rim Uprising. There's a look, the packaging. Okay, I have the camera tilted down a little too low. Oh no, you can pretty much read the whole thing. It says, Gipsy Avenger honors the heroic legacy of her namesake as a flagship leader of the Mark VI fleet. More than just a Jaeger, she is a symbol of hope to millions. Includes chain sword and gravity sling accessories. So there you have it. What does it say there? Over 24 points of articulation. Really cool. Before I crack this open, take a closer look at the figure. You know what's amazing about this? Now, if you're familiar with SH Figure Arts or even Robot Spirits, you gotta be pretty surprised that this retails for $20. You know, SH Figure Arts figures, and I get why those are more expensive. You know, not aside from the licensing, the amount of detail, articulation, accessories, even depending on the figure, and who knows what other factors. But those things, you know, typically are like 40, 50, 60. Some that come with more accessories, even as high as like 70, 80. So for this to be only $20, it's just like, wow, really? How? So let's crack it open and find out how cool it is for just a $20 figure. Okay, so quick look at everything, the way it's packaged in the tray. So I imagine, you know, one of the factors involved with the fairly low price point is not so many accessories. You know, I don't have any other Robot Spirits figures, but I have a ton of SH Figure Arts figures, and most of them come with more accessories or at least a lot of different kinds of hands. You know, and they're always, majority of them are like people, so they sometimes will have like alternate heads and stuff. But still, as I'm looking at this, even before I'm handling it, this thing looks amazing. And, you know, I can't imagine, you know, getting a figure this good from a domestic company, from a domestic line, you know, for only $20, looking this good. So anyway, let's pull the Jaeger out, Gipsy Avenger, and take a closer look. Okay, so here's Gipsy Avenger out of package. Give you guys a 360. Now, again, now that I'm holding this, and I haven't messed with the articulation at all, but just the feel and the look. Yeah, I'm still surprised that this can be just a $20 figure. The quality feels amazing. And it looks really good. Just look at that detail. Now, I know there's a little lack in paint apps, like, I don't know how to say it exactly. It's kind of flat because there's no like weathering detail. You know, anything to add more realism, but still, as it looks amazing. So let's take a quick look at some of this articulation on this figure. The articulation is there. You get some great articulation. And look at what they did with the lenses right there. You know, on another figure that would that would be, you know, the paint would look, it wouldn't look, I don't know how to put it, but I don't know if that's a different kind of plastic, like a chromed plastic, or if it's just really shiny paint, but look how good it looks. And that might not even be coming off as good on camera as I'm seeing with my eyes. Look how far the legs can spread out. Look at that. Look at that. You know, something like a NECA figure is going to look good and have that weathering and detail, but it's not going to have that kind of articulation. Look at the way they have the leg joint so that you can spread it out further. Look at that. Yeah. I still don't get how this can be just a $20 figure. Now, I will say, this doesn't have as much articulation as like some figures. Oh, well, that popped off, but it pops back in just fine. Like stuff like in the feet, you know, you'd have toe articulation, but honestly, everything else is pretty much there. Look at that, you know, you got your bicep, you got the double elbow. Look at that range of motion there, you know. So, you know, no waist, but you got that. Everything, you know, I really can't say what, because it has a lack of foot articulation. It's just really, it's pretty damn amazing in my opinion. Here's a look with the alternate hands. Kind of looks very Iron Man-like. I thought they were just spread out, you know, hands, but they're in a particular kind of like repulsor blast pose. So I don't know if that recreates a specific something from the movie, but that is how they've got them, or you can be perverted and they're like wah, wah. So that's those. And then you've got the ever cool chain sword, which was interesting about this piece is the whole, it wasn't just like a wrist piece, the whole forearm is a whole separate thing. This thing pops off like so, but it does still stay in there nice and snug. It's not gonna fall off on you. That looks really cool. And we did see that in the first Pacific Rim. And then you've got this alternate right arm gravity sling. So I'm not exactly sure what this is gonna do. We'll find out in the movie, but it does look really cool. Oops. I don't think I threw that on all the way. There you go. So, looks really cool. Not exactly sure what it does, but there is that. But when it comes down to it, man, we just want to see some all-out brawling. These Jaegers against some kaijus. You know, giant robots versus giant monsters. You just cannot go wrong there. I am hoping that the movie is going to be good. I loved the first. And I was really excited when you know, the second was announced, and I remember there was a time when it was like, it was, I don't know, like canceled or just it wasn't looking good. But then, you know, then it pushed through, and we're getting a second one. So here's hoping it's good. Regardless, though, the toys are amazing. You know, based on this one, our first one, but there's a ton in the Robot Spirits Pacific Rim line. They're coming out with a ton of Jaegers, and I think they got some kaiju coming out. So Yeah, if you're a fan, you're gonna want to jump on these. I forget who's making them domestically. I think this time around it's not NECA, it's Diamond Select. So I think they're gonna be select figures, which I'm sure are gonna look great, but you're not gonna get the amount of posability on those that you can with these. And again, aside from a lack of like weathering or detailing that makes it a little more realistic, like even just a wash. But you know what? The other robot spirits don't have that. Gundam and others. So, it is in keeping with the line, but still, look at that. You can't say that that doesn't look amazing. And you saw the articulation and the quality. It's good. It doesn't feel fragile. Even though I had a few parts like pop off, I didn't feel like anything was gonna break. I have had some bad experiences with older, not really bad, just older SH figure arts that they didn't feel like as solid or good quality. They still looked great and had the articulation and everything, but didn't feel as high quality. This feels great quality and more than worth $20. So there you have it. I would highly recommend this if you're a Pacific Rim fan or if you just like giant robot figures. Look at it, $20. Hope you guys enjoyed and thanks for watching.